quite an incredible moment, that meeting between the American president and the Syrian leader Ahelbarra. And why this is crucial, because the Qataris, the Kuwait, the Saudis and the Turks have been lobbying behind closed doors for quite some time with the Americans and the international community, the EU also, on the need to lift the sanctions, but also recognize the new government as a legitimate authority in Syria, because they know that for them to commit themselves to significant financial aid and support for the Syrians, they have to have the backing from the Americans, and for that to happen, the Americans have to lift the sanctions. Trump made it quite clear today that it was about lifting all the sanctions, which is a massive political development here in the Saudi capital. When the fighters took over Damascus, they didn't only topple Bashar al-Assad, but they have created a new political realignment. For the first time in 50 years, Iran is not going to have a huge influence in the Middle East, because it has been barred access to Syria and access to Lebanon through the border with Syria. It paves the way for other countries now to reposition themselves as key players in that region. One of these countries is Saudi Arabia, and this explains the push that the Saudis have been using over the past few months by inviting Ahelbarra to the Saudi capital Riyadh and by providing all sorts of assistance to him. And I think the highlight of that Saudi push paid off yesterday when Trump posed during his speech and he said, looking at Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, as a sign of gratitude to our friendship, I hereby declare that I'm lifting the sanctions of the Syrians. Today, when you look at the Saudi newspapers, TV hosts, TV programs, there is a general consensus that among the Saudis, a feeling of pride that the work that they have started since the fighters took over the Syrian capital Damascus is paying off, paving the ground for an international acknowledgement of the new authority, new government now which is established in Damascus. It's also an acknowledgement of the fact that the Saudis are using their own political and financial leverage for the sake of major developments on the ground. And one of them is the spectacular pictures that just we saw a while ago of President Donald Trump shaking hands with Ahelbarra. Who would have thought that this was going to be possible anytime just a few weeks or a few months ago?